Peace, peace. All right, peace, family. Peace to everybody coming in. We're gonna wait for a few people to come in. Peace, 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 peace. This is an important topic, y'all. I know some of y'all want that you know, metaphysical knowledge every day, but there's a time and place for that, family. Man, this light is kind of too bright. As long as y'all can still see me, we good. We good. All right, peace to everybody coming in. Peace, peace. Peace to everybody coming in. Yeah, that light is too bright. Peace, family. Peace. Peace, peace, peace to everybody coming in. Peace, peace. So, yes, peace and love. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the love, family. So, you guys pretty much know we do a lot of metaphysical information on here. We talk about a lot of different topics. And there's a specific topic I did a video on once dealing with relationships in a conscious community. And then there's shout out to everybody from every city. Shout out to you. Peace, peace, family. So I think I want to talk more in depth about love, marriage, and relationships. This is a topic that needs to be had in the conscious community. Okay? It's a topic that needs to be had in the Black community. For those of us who consider ourselves Black. It's a conversation that needs to be had, family. It just does. Because it's important to understand structure as we move forward. Okay? It's important to understand structure as we move forward, family. All right? And that's very important. Okay? So, we're going to talk about that tonight. All right? Yeah, I knew that was going to come up. Somebody said, remember when Yosef had the dating app? Yeah, we might be bringing that back, family. All right? We might be bringing that back. I did it because there was a need for it. And I got so busy, especially I launched TP after that. You know what I mean? And right, I feel you. No doubt. I appreciate the love. So we're going to talk about that tonight, family. So we have a lot of people, females and males, that follow my channel. And, it came up between me and my boys and me and my wife that I should talk more about relationships and marriage, right? Because let me just give y'all a rundown in case y'all don't know, right? That I'm not coming at this. Yeah, we're going to talk about all of it tonight. Kevin Samuels, we're going to talk about all of it, right? That's a question I get all the time. What did Brother Yosef think about Kevin Samuels, right? Is he correct and right? And we're gonna talk about that. Let me write that down, matter of fact. So I don't forget. You know what I'm saying? Let me write that down. That's important. Right? That's important, family. So look, let's talk about it, family. Let's talk about love and marriage and relationships, right? So for those of you who don't know and who's been on my channel, maybe you haven't watched all my videos. I want you guys to understand something about me. My video's looking a little choppy here. So as long as y'all can see me, it is what it is. Okay. So I want you guys to understand something about me. All right. This ain't coming from a man that's hurt, right? A man that's angry at women, right? A man who is angry at his father, right? I want y'all to understand and know this coming from the most pure perspective, because I have no reason to be mad in a relationship. All right. I've been with my wife for 20 years. We've been married for 14 years. Okay. So let me say that again. I've been with the same woman for 20 years. And we've been married for 14 years. Okay. Married for 14 years. There's no infidelity in our relationship, no cheating. And we're just pretty much, when we first started in our marriage, we didn't have any, we was poor, we broke, you know what I'm saying? And we didn't really know how to be married, and we didn't know how to grow, and we learned, right? So I want y'all to understand this is coming from the most pure perspective of a person who been where a lot of people are right now, no matter what age you are. You know what I'm saying? All right, I see you, brother. But you want to, Makai, you on the wrong one, brother. You on the wrong one. You're not a, hold on. Hold on, family. Y'all hold up. My guy is trying to get in, and making sure he get in the right way. So yeah, we're gonna talk about all that tonight, family. We're gonna talk about all that tonight. Okay. All right, bro. You in. So, family, I want y'all to understand that this is coming from the most pure perspective. Okay? It's not coming from a place of anger or where Brother Yosef was hurt and I'm just mad at women. I want y'all to understand, to the brothers too. Some of y'all may feel like I'm coming down hard on y'all in this conversation, and that's not what it is. I'm just here to tell y'all the truth, whether y'all like it or not, because I feel like I can, because I'm seasoned in relationships and marriage and family. I'm seasoned in this stuff, family. So once again, married with my wife for 20 years, married for 14 years. So in 14 years, I've been through everything. You understand? Been through everything. But let's talk about, so I wanted to say that real quick so y'all understand where this is coming from. Because I know some people still ain't going to agree with me. And that's okay. I don't do a YouTube channel, family, so people can agree with me. I give my perspective. And if you think it works with you, that's fine, family. That's fine. So, with that being said, family, I want you guys to understand, right, what marriage is. Let's talk about marriage first, okay? Let's talk about the truth about marriage, right? Because this is important, family. This is important. Let's talk about the truth about marriage, okay? A lot of people get it twisted with marriage. They think that just because you go down to the county or city hall and you get them papers that you really married. And that's not even where the first marriage comes in, all right? Marriage, and I want all the females to hear this, marriage doesn't mean loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Marriage is simply a contract. That's all it is. Okay? Marriage is a contract, family. All right? And there's two sides to that contract. Okay? And we talked before about the spiritual contract, which is sex, which is the first spiritual contract in marriage that you come across. Okay? Which is the first contract you come across, which is marriage. Which is sex. Sex is the first contract you come across, right? After sex, family, when you do the contract with the state, that's another contract, right? That's the worst one to actually be in, actually, right? And you can restructure that. You can still be in a married to the state, but I recommend for people that are married to the state to do another contract with your significant other, so y'all can be married in another way. So, prime example: me and my wife are married tribally, right? And there's different stipulations in that contract, and we're also married in the public. Right? I've been wearing this thing for 14 years. So I'm married in the public also. I first got married as a Christian. Okay? I was a Christian when I got married. So I didn't really know. I thought that this was the way you did it. Right? So I want people to understand, like, marriage is just a contract. The public contract is you, your significant other, in the state. That's a public contract. That's the worst contract to be in. I recommend you guys enter into a private contract, which is both of you in a trust, right? Which is both of you in a trust. So you can be married that way. So I don't want the sisters, because the sisters think about it more, to think that marriage is this great thing because you can get papers on your man. You know what I'm saying? That's not what it is at all. It's a contract, family. And that's why some men psychologically, subconsciously feel like they're being tied down when they get married. Because you just can't leave what you want, because it's harder to leave a marriage that you do with the state than it is to leave a marriage that you did with your lady. You and her did that together. Y'all came out with a contract together, and it has to be honored. So me and my wife talk about all the time. If we would have known we know now, we would have never got married this way. But we got married this way, and we honor it. But to make it more official, we also have a marriage contract with my tribe. Okay? So we can be married that way. And I'm not talking about TP. I'm talking about my family's tribe. We have a marriage contract with my family tribe, right? The Polygamy people. So it could be honored in the public and the private. All right. So I want you guys to understand that first. The best marriage is a contract between you and your woman, or you and your man, or whoever you choose to be with. It's a contract between y'all two, right? It is not good to be in a public marriage. It's just not, because it ain't got nothing to do with love, right? But I'm jumping ahead of myself. But I'm gonna go ahead and say it anyway, right? So marriage, family, is not about love. Marriage is about business. Okay? You can have love without marriage. Let's just keep it real. Okay? You can have love without marriage, family. And that's just a fact. It's just a fact, family. You don't need to be married to show somebody how much you love them. Okay? It's got to be honest. And remember, y'all, this is coming from a man that's married for 14 years. Publicly and privately. So I'm giving y'all the raw, real answer so you guys could think about that, right? I do believe in marriage. I think marriage should happen more, not just for the sake of people being together, because like I said, you could be together and you could love each other without filling out a contract. But if you guys are going to pursue real marriage and you want to move forward, family, right? You want to move forward in your life, then I recommend you guys have some type of contract that has nothing to do with the state. Nothing to do with a third party, because remember, you only getting married with the state because you don't know how to do it for yourself. So I recommend everybody studying trust, understanding trust, and learning how to make a contract between you and your significant other. Right? I'm not giving books out on trust no more. I gave out tons of books on what people need to do to get a. So just go type in trust on Amazon. I just want to stay on topic, right? So I want y'all to understand that love is not about love. Yeah, excuse me. Marriage is not about love. I want to get that in everybody's head. You don't marry somebody to show how much you love them. You can show them how much you love them without marrying them. Some of the most people that get the purest love in your relationship is going to be your children. Are you married to your children? Do you have a contract with your children? You should. You should have your own birth certificate for your child, your own personal birth certificate. You should do that. But at the end of the day, family, it's not about marriage. Is not about being in love, to showing somebody how much you love them. It's showing somebody that you've grown to this point with them, right? This is what marriage is really about. I've grown to this point with you, and I'm ready to take it to the next level. Let's contract with each other, baby. That's really what you're supposed to be saying to that person. Let's contract with each other, and let's take this business to the next level. Since we pretty much do business good together, right? Let's take our stuff to the next level. We're going to have a couple babies, right? So say we're going to have a couple babies. Yeah, we'll make our baby the manager over this, and we'll make our daughter the manager over that, and we'll build this type of business. And this is how you're supposed to be thinking when you decide to get married. Now, of course, I didn't know this at first. These are things I had to learn. So now I run my family like a business. That's right. The book I just released for my daughter, the Adventures of Nubia, that's her business. The money she makes from that goes into her business, and it's my job to help the family provide for themselves as the man, right? So let's talk about that. What is the role of a man or a husband, right? What is the role of a husband or a man? Because the person you with, you don't have to call him your husband unless that's part of your contract, right? That's how it goes in America. But we'll say husband for the sake of for the sake of this video. So your man or your husband is supposed to be the protector of the business and the family, because family's business too. He's supposed to be the leader. That's right, women. That's right, ladies. It has to be structure in your family. It has to be structure. So the man is supposed to be the protector, the leader, and the guide, right? A woman's role is to be the nurturer. She's supposed to be the one that encourages the rest of the family when a dad can't be there to encourage the family. Maybe he out getting it. The baby fell and scraped their knee. Your husband come home. He done had a rough day. You supposed to encourage him. Remember, Isis gives life to Osiris. Remember that. Isis gives life to Osiris. So women, you have the power to lift your man up. Just from telling him, baby, you could do it. That's your role as a woman. You stand behind him. Every time you saw, a lot of times when you saw Osiris in a level of rulership, you will see Isis behind him, hugging him, saying, I got your back. Right? That's what that is. So I'm not putting the man above the woman. If y'all both play y'all roles, that's when y'all stand next to each other. Because everybody playing their role. You're not supposed to be ahead of the man. You're just not supposed to be. And a man's not supposed to be the head of a woman, the head of the woman when it comes down to her role. If she's a nurturer, bro, don't jump in front of her and be the nurturer. Let it come out naturally. If she's not around, you become the nurturer then, but that's her role. Right? And her role is also to secure the home. What do I mean by that? Whatever the man brings home for the family, you need to study and research the same things that your man study and research. So if he ain't never around, you can hold the bag down. Right? You can hold the bag down. Absolutely. Somebody said my aunt was a rule maker. The woman, this is the thing. The woman gives law. Right? She has the power to make children. She gives law. The man enforces law. The man enforces law. And I'm talking about more of your mother, right? Your mother is the lawgiver. And we talking about the structure of the home. And the male enforces the laws. She don't get in his way. So what I'm really saying is this. A lot of men build their lives around what makes their wife comfortable. What makes their woman comfortable. There's nothing wrong with that. Right? There's nothing wrong with that. Because when you study what law is really, then you understand what I mean by law. Some of y'all think about law one way. I'm not going to get too deep into that because I want to stay on topic. So the woman's role is the nurturer, the encourager, and the man, you can encourage your woman too, but that's what she does better than you, bro. She has the power of life and death in her tongue. We all do, but we all know a woman can cut you down if she's mad. Come on, brothers. A woman upset, she can cut you down with her words. She's good at that. But she can also lift you up. She's good at that too. And some females need to practice that more, lifting up the man instead of cutting him down. But her job is also to secure the home. Not protect it, that's the man's job. We talking about secured as far as the things your man bring home, you alchemist, you make it better for him. If he bring you sheepskin, let's take it back to the old days, right? He bring in the house some goat skin and some sheepskin. You supposed to be making rugs and stuff out of that. So he can be comfortable when he come home. He bring home a dead cow or a dead deer. You supposed to chop that deer up and make food out of it. He bringing home fruits and vegetables. That's food on the table. He ain't the one that's supposed to cook. Can he cook? Absolutely. So like I said, for anybody coming in, I'm giving y'all raw because I have no hatred in my heart towards women. I've been married for 14 years and I've been with my same woman for 20 years and never cheated. Of course I had opportunities. Doesn't every man get an opportunity to cheat on his woman? Absolutely. But it doesn't mean you do it because you know what? You think about what you got at home and it ain't never worth it. I don't care how fine she is. All that stuff, it don't matter. It ain't worth it, bro. When you weigh the options, if your woman doing what she's supposed to be doing. Of course, I know men in marriages that can't stand a woman. Of course. But because of the children, they feel like they stuck. Right? That's a bad contract, bro. That's a bad contract. So, brothers. So let me give the sisters some game. When it comes, especially to young girls. This is mostly for the young girls right now, what I'm about to say. Look, when you choosing your man, let's say you 30 and under 30, right? Because usually you know, I'll just say 30 and under, right? If you're a sister, you 30 years old and you younger, you're supposed to be picking your man based off of the type of man stuff he do. Okay? So I'm not going to judge a brother if he under 25. But if you dating a guy, he's 25 and older, he's supposed to start at least implementing a plan in his 20s about what he wants to do. So I'm not going to jump hard on the brothers when they in their early 20s and say, you're supposed to be getting it already. I know brothers who's 22, 23 got their own business and everything, but every man ain't like that. In your 20s, you're supposed to be figuring this thing out. You're supposed to have a plan. You're supposed to be working towards your plan as a man. So sisters, if you're dealing with a brother and he ain't got no plan at 25 and older, if he under 25, then he's still figuring stuff out, right? But he's 25 and older and he hasn't figured out where he want to go and how he wants to get it. And don't be mad at me saying I'm only 25. When I was 25, I knew what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to teach. I knew I wanted to do things. I didn't know I was going to be a metaphysical teacher. But at 25 years old, I was teaching in the church. I was a Sunday school teacher. So teaching was something I was good at. And I love to share information with people. So I knew what I wanted to do. I didn't know in the long run how it was going to come out. Okay? So at the end of the day, family, a man needs to be, at least have an idea, have an idea about what he wants in the future. So if you're 25 and you watching this, 25 and older, it's time to start thinking about where you want to go in life and what you want to do. That's just a fact. Because I woke up at 26. And I knew I wanted to share the knowledge I was learning with people. I didn't know it was going to turn into this, but I knew that's what I wanted to do, is to share knowledge and information. So my wife saw me from 26 years old when we got married, all the way up to now. She saw me come from the dirt with this information and take it to where I have it now. Okay? So I want you guys to understand this. Sisters, if you're picking a man, make sure he at least know what he wants. Right? Make sure okay, yeah, you got brothers out there that's attractive in some women's eyes, but at the same time, he doesn't know what he wants. So I'm just saying, like, if you're looking to have fun, then get in and do what you want. But if you're a sister and you're looking to build something, get a man that at least know what he want to do. He ain't got, if he's 25, he ain't got to be there yet. Right? He ain't got to be there yet. But if he at least knows in his mind where he wants to go, now y'all can work together. Okay? If the man is 30 and above, yeah, I'm talking to you, bro. If you're 30 and above, and you haven't figured out what you want to do, where you want to go, you got a problem. You got a problem. Especially if you have young babies. If you have children and you're 30 and older, you haven't figured out where you want to go in life, you have a problem. Because you're supposed to be, whether you're married or not, as a man, you're supposed to be providing structure. Right? That's what one thing that makes women love men is that the man makes them feel secure. Okay, so as a man, 30 and older, you definitely supposed to be providing some type of structure. Even if you got to work 2 or 3 jobs, do what you got to do to get it, because I've been there. My homies to tell you when I worked 2 or 3 jobs just to make sure my family had it. And I was still working on trust and all these other things and reading books and doing all these things, right? Now, brothers, the type of sister you need to get is a sister that believes in what you're doing. That's very important. And if she don't believe in what you're doing, she needs to learn how to get out the way. Because I'm just going to tell you the truth, because one thing in my marriage earlier, when I was spiritual, my wife didn't know how to really deal with me when she wasn't spiritual at one time. She was still going to church when I first woke up spiritually. So I told her straight up, if this costs me you, I'm getting this knowledge. That's how much I love my knowledge, right? But I also told her, look, babe, if you ain't going to help me out, then get out the way. Let me tell y'all young brothers something. Don't hold your tongue with your woman. Real talk. Be a man, grab your stuff and be a man. Brother Yosef don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't about showing your woman who the man is. This is about a man. This is about being a man, bro. Right? It's just about being a man. So if you believe in what you're doing, bro, stand up to your woman and let her know you believe in that. She gonna love you more for that. Because she wants you to believe in yourself. Because that shows her that you're serious about what you want to do, where you want to go in life. All right? So I want you guys to understand family is important. And if you're going to be married, do it the correct way, because marriage is nothing but a contract. So in a relationship, I told you, sisters, the first thing you need to do, find a brother that want to do something in life. I'm not telling you to believe in him. He got potential. No. Find a brother that want to do something in life, and he talks about it all the time, whether it's music, it could be music, but he better be working on it. Because you could be 25 working on your music, right? So you better be in a studio, bro. You better be working on it, and that sister can support you, right? If you want to have your own business, cool. You better be working on that, bro. Real talk, especially if you're 30 and older. So sisters, if he all talk, he ain't the one. Get with a dude that's about his business, right? Brothers, if you want a sister, get a sister that's going to listen to you and she's going to support you. right? And she's going to go with you as you move forward in life. But a woman that listens to her man is very important, because if she talks over you and she don't let you be a man, the house is out of order. That's right. If I discipline my daughter, my wife ain't got nothing to say about that. That's right. Wife ain't got nothing to say about that. And as a man, I can say with confidence, I run my house. I can say that with confidence. But see, we've been so messed up by Christianity and life until when a man say he run his house, he must be controlling. And I'm the farthest thing from a controlling. What I mean that is that I play my role, because every man should run his house. That's just divine order. And if sisters don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. That's divine order. A man is supposed to lead the home. It's his natural nature. So when a woman talks down on a man, you ain't shit, your mom ain't shit, your daddy ain't shit, just talking down to him, then you're taking his manhood away. His natural nature is to lead if he's in that position. And I understand some men are not ready to lead. Well, you don't need to be with that dude. It's plain and simple. It's plain and simple. If he's not ready to lead, you don't need to be with him. Because I tell you what, when I was working a job, the role in the house was so important to me until when me and my wife was Christians, she knew her place. She knew her role. And I knew my place as a man. So when I was making less, one time I used to make less money with my wife. When I made less money than her, she still respected me as a man. Because psychologically, a man needs that. A man needs his ego stroked every now and then. You need to tell your husband or your boyfriend that he's the man. You need to tell him that sometime. Not just in the bedroom. That's a fact. Not just in the bedroom. All right? Tell that man that he's the man when he's walking around the house, if he's doing his manly duties. That's a fact. You know? And then brothers, we got to be sensitive with our woman and make sure that when she plays her role, don't get in her way. That's a fact. Don't get in her way when she plays her role. Right? She's supposed to be encouraging you. You're supposed to be out there getting it, bro. I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear it. Talking to a man with no high school diploma, no GED. Right? And it's most of the millionaires have no education. So if you don't know how to get it, figure it out. Ruben Castro, we're going to get to some stuff later, man. I need to talk about this topic. It's very important. We're going to, yes. We'll get into that another time. So, yeah, this is what it is, family. Right? And you guys need to understand that. Okay? You guys need to understand that. So, let's talk about polygamy. Right? And this is another thing I've been asked to be in polygamous relationships. Since I had a YouTube page, absolutely. I've been asked 3 times. And Brother Yosef get down like that. And nothing against people that into, polygamous relationships. You know what I'm saying? Nothing against people like that. All right? But, and remember, I'm married 14 years. You know what I'm saying? With my woman for 20 years. So this ain't coming from no crazy stuff. This is all raw and real, right? I don't have a problem with polygamy. I'll be honest. I don't have a problem with it as long as it's done correctly. Most men in America, they don't know nothing about polygamy. They know nothing about it. And you do have some groups out here that teach polygamy, and they don't really understand it, right? Polygamy is not about getting another woman that you can have sex with and have babies with. Because if the brother that's doing that is not in a position to take care of that woman and those children, you should not have another woman, bro. I know dudes that's in polygamous relationships and they live in the projects. In the projects. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with polygamy. Somebody said polygamy is the way. And I ain't got nothing with that. Trust me, there are people in my community, TP, that do believe in polygamy. And I ain't got no problem with that. As long as it's done correctly. Polygamy, when you get another sex partner, yes, when you get another partner, it's not about sex. I said when you get another sex partner. When you get another partner in polygamy, it's not about sex, family. It's about business. So another woman comes in to help make this family business stronger because maybe the wife can't do something. And if the first wife and the man chooses for you to have a baby with this woman in there, that's how it goes. Right? That's how it goes, family. This is something that's older than regular marriage. What people look at as man and woman marriage. This is older than that. Polygamy has been around since the beginning of time. Since man and woman been getting together, it's been polygamy. Right? I'm a monogamous person. I'm a one man, one woman person. Excuse me. I'm a one woman person. Right? I'm a one woman person. I'm not about having multiple women because I don't want the headache. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a bunch of children. I'm just being honest with y'all. Right? Y'all want the real, how I think about polygamy? That's how it is with Brother Yosef. I only wanted one baby. I don't want a bunch of children. I just don't. Right? I don't. I wanted one child, maybe two. Right? Maybe two, but I only wanted one child really. And I always wanted to be with just one woman. I wanted to be married since I was a kid to the right woman. And yes, I knew my wife since she was 3 and 4 years old. We grew up in the same church. We used to march down the aisle and Christmas program together. Never knew this woman would be my wife. And then one day she was walking up the stairs. We had just started dating. And I just knew. I said, yeah, this woman is going to be my wife. I just knew it. You know what I'm saying? So we are soulmates. And we've been together in multiple lifetimes. And everybody has a soulmate. But at the same time, it's not meant for you to meet your soulmate in every life. Sometimes you may skip a lifetime or two before you meet your soulmate again. That's how it goes. So in every lifetime, family, some people are not meant to be married. They just not to be, they have their fun with different people and they move on. I know women that's fine with that. They move having a different sexual partners and then they move on their life. They fine with that. They really don't want to be married. And then it's a lot of brothers that don't want to be married. Right? But then sometimes in there, it may be a brother that want kids. They want children, but they don't want to be married. Cool. You and that sister need to do a contract. I need to contract together for the best interest of the child because those are the beneficiaries. Those are the ones that's going to benefit what you and this woman built, whether y'all married or not. That's what it is. So I don't have no problem with polygamy. I think that is natural if it's done correctly. But most men today usually do it in America, I'll say. They do it based on having sex with multiple women. Okay? Having sex with multiple women. And we don't, that's not what it's about. Sex is supposed to be, if you want to have a child, once you have that child, you ain't supposed to be in there having sex with her all the time. Right? It's supposed to be to take care of that child, bring a child in, and grow the family. That's what it's about. It's about business. So like in Africa, your daddy will pick your husband before you even knew what a husband was. Yeah, I sat down and had long talks with men. I used to work at a security firm. We would get a lot of people from Africa and the Middle East who would come in and work security with us, right? And I would sit down and just talk to these guys, ask them about their culture. That's another problem we got. Black people ain't got no real culture, right? We have musical cultures, food cultures, but, we'll get to that later. So they would tell me, yeah, I already picked my daughter when she was born. About 4 weeks after she was born, we, guy down the road had a son. Yeah, we put them together. Is it like that? So his daughter goes to a college up here, and when she finishes college, she's supposed to go meet her husband. The husband's job, the family over there is supposed to make sure that boy becomes something special, so he can take care of his wife. Right? So what I'm saying is this is all part of a family structure, including polygamy. Nothing wrong with it. So I know some of y'all disagree because some of y'all think all men are hoes. You know what I'm saying? All men ain't hoes. All men ain't bad. All men are not dogs. Right? All men are not dogs, family. Okay? So we have to make that clear. Sometimes it's the man you've been picking might have been dogs. But then you got to look at your subconscious mind. Right? And that go for the brothers too. You picking sisters that you ain't happy with, that's you, bro. You can't blame all the females. He can't say all these females is hoes or all these females ain't no good. That's something you got to fix inside yourself because you're the one being drawn to them. It ain't their fault, right? And that goes both ways, family. Right? So the black community, family, we have too much hate. We need to fix ourselves mentally first because a lot of times we in relationships and we can't stand this person. But because we got babies together, I need to stick around. Right? And the truth is, yes, I do believe because even if I don't take it from a metaphysical perspective or a nature, really when I'm talking about nature perspective, if I take it from a Christian perspective, I've been in church since I was a baby, right? All the way up till I was about 26 years old, 27 years old. So I know that women in church don't respect their man either. Right? And I ain't just been to one church. I've been to many churches. I know women in church don't respect their man either. Man, we got to man up, bro. Real talk. You supposed to be running your house, bro. Who cares if your wife don't believe in what you do spiritually? That's still your house. You still help pay bills there. You still do what you do, right? And if you a man enough, if you a man in front of a woman, she will naturally lead. She will naturally follow, She will naturally follow you. But you got to know what you're doing and where you want to go, bro. You got to know what you want to do and where you want to go. That's important as a man. You can't be 35 years old talking about, I don't really know what I want to do. That's bad. You can't be that old and not know what to do. That's bad, family. So, but one thing I realize in the black community is that we have a lot of hate. And I don't even have to talk about marriage. It could be another brother trying to come up on YouTube and certain people just start hating him. Disagreeing with him. Instead of pulling that brother to the side and say, hey, bro, I saw you do this. Can you explain this to me? Because I had a disagreement about that. Oh, I get it now. But we immediately, he's a liar. He's false. He's bad. Right? Sometimes you got to talk it out. And that's something that our community don't do enough. We immediately attack people. Everything is about challenge and debate and fight. And you don't see that in other communities. And if they do it, it's very in a controlled environment where everybody respects each other. We attack. We so confrontational. We got to stop that. And you cannot succeed as a people if you got fear. So you got to get that fear out of your heart, get that fear out of your mind if you want to succeed as a people. So when I build TP community, yes, I told the people starting, I said, I want married couples on the land only. Because first of all, if you married, you got something to lose, just like me, right? But if you married, I'm married, that person over there married, and we all got children, then we really all want what's best for the child. Now, I'm not saying a single mother or father can't do that, but I'm talking about structure. It's important for children to have structure, right? And if they grow up on a land where they see everybody got a mama and a daddy, for the most part, somebody parent might have passed away, but for the most part, if everybody sees that, then we have to understand that will work better for the child, right? That will work better for the child, family. So we're not turning away single people, right? We're saying that until you get married, you can't live in the land. That don't mean you can't visit and come in the land and hang out. But we don't need a bunch of single men and women on the land because you ain't got nothing to lose, right? You could be an agent, government agent, right? You got nothing to lose. You got no babies, right? We just being smart here, okay? We just being smart here. So I want people to understand that's what that is, okay? That's what that is, family. We want to build structure, right? And that's what that is. We want people to have structure. So let's talk about Kevin Samuels. Because this is something I've been being asked for a long time. What do I think about Kevin Samuels and the perspective he gives on relationships? I don't think that Kevin Samuels is right about everything. I don't. I agree with the majority of what he says. I'm going to keep it real because I've seen women on there and it's kind of funny, but it ain't because he's so blunt. The number one thing I disagree with Kevin Samuels about is that he pretty much tells a woman, if you're average at best, or if you don't have a husband, your life is pretty much over. You might as well just forget it. He didn't say those exact words, but he pretty much be making a woman feel like it ain't no hope for you. You got 3 kids and you single. it ain't no hope for you to ever find a good man. Right? It's not always true, bro. It's not always true. Because a lot of men can't have children, or they never had children, and they have no problem coming in with a woman with 3 kids and helping raise her children. And he could be successful. He could be a dude that makes 6 figures, right? If that's what he wants to do, okay? So I disagree with Kevin Samuels. I knew the distance on Kevin Samuels was gonna start coming in, but I knew so that's what I disagree with him about the most. You can't talk down on these weak females and just tell them that, look, you're average at best, man. You know, you're average at best, and you know, you got 3 kids, so your thing is way down here, and just forget about it. There's nothing you can do about it. I just don't agree with that. Okay? I don't agree with that. When my mother met my stepfather, my mother was taking care of 6 kids by herself. 4 was from my father, me and my brothers. And she was raising her 2 nieces. They still married 20-something years later. So she had 4 children from a previous relationship. And my mom was young from a previous marriage. And my father, you know, they broke up. And she married my stepfather. And she already had 4 boys. Okay? I'm not saying that everything was always perfect. I'm just saying that it's possible. Okay? So Kevin Samuels, I disagree with you about that, my brother. Right? I disagree with you about that. Somebody said they ain't learning from no fruit boy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he could be disrespectful. But a lot of things he say about females is kind of true. And like I said, for people coming in, this ain't no hate in my heart towards females. I'm with my same one for 20 years, and I'm married for 14 years. So I got to keep saying that in case somebody come in and say, Brother Yosef talking crazy. So understand, you're getting a pure perspective from Brother Yosef, because I have nothing against women. I'm not mad at women, right? I've never been in a bad relationship with a female. I've been with my wife since I was 21 years old. I'm 41 now. All right, so I know what it's like going from, there's times when me and my wife didn't have food in the house. We had to eat cereal and noodles. Our lights was cut off. Yeah, so I grew from the mud in my marriage, literally having nothing, driving a hoopty car, to having something, owning my own home and doing, you know, having my own business. And so the whole thing is, I can tell people that marriage is work. But how are you working out your marriage? It's all based on business. You must have a business mindset. And I wish I'd have known that a lot earlier, but I figured it out. It's about business, family. Okay? So I used to think Kevin Samuels used to be running his mouth until he's talked about he's actually a stepdad at one time. And I think he said he had a child or something like that. But this man talks so raw to females. You know what I'm saying? I just be rolling like, bro, like, it's crazy. Like, but a lot of times, it's a lot of females out there that don't know how to play their position. I know females like that, right? It's a lot of females that don't know how to play position, and they think they're right. They think that it's about them when a man approaches them. Because if I was single, a lot of women would be surprised about what type of man I am. You know, how you think, oh, Brother Yosef, he's on YouTube, he's nice. No, I'm about my business when it comes to a relationship or family. About my business. You know what I'm saying? And you better be bringing something to the table. That's a fact. So a lot of these females, because they went to college and stuff, and he would ask them, what you bringing to the table? And they couldn't really say a lot. So I think that, yes, we do live in a time where more women need to learn how to play their position in the home. And men. Right? So I don't hate Kevin Samuels. I don't watch his stuff all the time, but I've seen a few of his videos. I don't agree with his perspective on everything, but a lot of things he say I do. Because a lot of things need to be structured. Right? Hey, I don't know if he gay or whatever. I'm just trying to say, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to say that he's not wrong on everything he say. He's just not. And I know some people may not agree with that, and that's okay. From a man coming from a perspective of purity in a relationship with a woman, right? I'm telling y'all, the man ain't wrong on everything he say. Some women need structure like that. And what I didn't know is that earlier in his time, he used to go in on men like this, checking the brothers. I didn't know that until I saw some old videos. And then he just started flipping and started turning to talking to women. That's when he blew up. Right? And a lot of his subscribers are women. And a lot of his subscribers are women that don't even like him. Right? Don't even like him. So That's what I think about Kevin Samuels. I'm like 70-30 with that brother. Right? 70-30. I don't hate him. I don't think his perspective is all wrong. I think he's a little harsh, right? And I think he's bluntly honest. And you can't talk to everybody like that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said business and marriages both require a proposal. I like that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, somebody said Kevin is actually more savage to the man. Hey, man, I've seen the videos myself. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said he an agent. So that's just how I feel about it, family, right? That's how I feel about it. So, and I want to answer some questions. If anybody has questions. Yeah, okay. But so that's what it is, fam. I want to get on here and talk about, especially in the Black community, love. Because we really don't know how to love each other the correct way in order to build structure with the family. Right? I'm not saying that we don't love each other. There's a lot of hate in our community, especially amongst other people. That's why sometimes I look at stuff and I see a bunch of Black people to come together, and I'm like, yo, this one might be a Muslim, this one might be a Christian, this one might be a Hebrew Israelite, and nobody knows that yet. And y'all all been on land together? Oh, that's gonna blow up. That's gonna blow up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I heard Will was in an open marriage. I'm not sure. Yeah, Jada did him dirty, man. Jada did him dirty, but that, from what I understand, it's true. They do have an open relationship, so he can't be mad. Because the truth is, that's all acting. If they already had an open relationship, then what Will's doing was all acting. Because I'm pretty sure he know his wife was already getting done up by somebody else, and I'm pretty sure Will got his chicks too. You know what I mean? He's Will Smith. I'm pretty sure a lot of chicks is, Somebody said, what about these suicides? Yes, a lot of people commit suicide, man. What did I start out telling y'all this year? I've been telling y'all since last year, too. But this year I said, you have to keep your mind strong this year. Keep your mind strong this year. I've been saying that. I said it actually in December. In December, I said, everybody going to have to start keeping their mind strong for 2022. Okay? Somebody asked a good question. How do you stop being masculine as a woman? That's a good question. That's a good question. First of all, a woman being extremely masculine is not natural. Not natural. Because those are the women that's always getting into fights and arguments with everybody. And a man being extremely sensitive is not natural. It's going to keep it real. You know, my daughter, when she do something wrong, she know what she's going to get from me. You know, my daughter, when she does something wrong, she knows what she's going to get from my wife. I'm a little bit harsh. I'm dad. Right? I don't spank her no more. I don't got to spank her no more. But she going to get a good toe, and she might cry. And my wife going to be more gentle with her. That's because that's our nature. I'm supposed to be the rod of correction. I'm supposed to be the one that corrects and puts people back in line. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm the man. Right? I'm the man. I'm not saying a woman ain't supposed to do that, but the man definitely, if you let your wife run everything in the house and she doing discipline, what's wrong with you, bro? How the kids ever gonna respect you? So somebody asked, how do you stop being so masculine as a woman? Well, it's something that has to be practiced. Because if you spend a lot of years being masculine, because maybe, your dad wasn't there, maybe you had to run through hard times, well, you're gonna have to find somebody you can work that out with. Right? Or just be honest with yourself and understand that's not who you naturally are anyway. You're not naturally masculine. That's something you was taught. It's a subconscious program. Somebody taught you to be strong and masculine. And that's not how you should be, family. That's not how you should be, family. All right? So I just wanted to say that, right? This is a conversation that needed to be talked about in the community, conscious community, Black community, whatever people want to call it. But love, we understand what marriage is now. I explained that in this video. So now you know what you're really getting when you get into marriage, right? Somebody said, can I speak more about getting a private marriage? Yeah, private marriage is a contract between you, right, and your significant other. And most likely, is what I'm talking about is a trust, right? A trust. And your marriage certificate could be a trust certificate from the trust, right? So that's really what it is. You can do it that way. Or you can have a private society already set up, or a tribe or a nation or whatever you want to do. And you can actually get a certificate from that nation or tribe. Okay? That's what that is, family. Somebody said, where do suicide souls go to when they die? They go to a lower realm. Remember, you go where your consciousness is. So your consciousness at that moment was in a bad place, then that's where you went. You went to a realm that reflects that. All right? Yeah, it's funny because when my daughter turned about 1, that's when I started being a little strict with her. I wanted to grow up with a daughter that respects me. Yeah, I know some men, their daughter don't respect them. That's not how it's supposed to be. If you had your daughter from a baby, if you had her from a baby, and you've been in her life from a baby, she should respect you. Your daughter should have a certain level of respect for you. She shouldn't respect the mom over you. Right? So if you have a daughter or a son who you've been in their life since they were a baby, then without a question, they should respect you. Right? They should respect you. That's a fact. So my daughter knew what it was from an early age, and I give my daughter whatever she wants. Right? Whatever she wants, but she gonna know that dad is the boss. That's important. You know what I'm saying? It's important for her to understand structure. Right? See, but it's hard you can't even say that in the world today because women automatically think that you being controlling. It's not about that. Your mind thinking wrong. It's about structure for the child. And I'm just playing my natural role as a man. It's about giving this child structure. Children need structure. You know what I'm saying? Children need structure. Maurice Moore, my brother, what's up? So that's what that is, family. So it has to be structured. It's very important, family. Very important. So I talked about the private marriage. We talked about the role of a man, the role of a woman. We talked about those things. We talk about marriage is not based on love. It's based on business. Because you can be in love without being married. Right? You can be in love without being married. That's a fact. We talked about polygamy. Okay? We talked about polygamy. And we talked about good old Kevin Samuels. Man. Okay, let's see some questions here. That's right. Honor thy father and thy mother. Honor thy father and thy mother. In the game of chess, when the king is gone, the game is over. Right. But we don't want to just, we want to make sure the queens understand too. Y'all have an important role because we can't, the business can't function without y'all. That's a fact. Yeah, I said it. Thank you for the love and support, family. You know, I actually made that person a moderator by accident, and they have been doing a great job every time I come on here. I thought they was somebody else when I made them a moderator. And I want to tell you, family, make sure you contact me. New Life Tools. You have been doing great as a moderator. So thank you, family. And shout out to my brothers, too, that's on here for moderators. Okay? Shout out to you. Somebody said, which life path am I? I'm a life path 4. So, of course, I'm about structure and building, right? Because that's what life path 4 does. You know, it's about getting things from the bottom to the top. Somebody said the queen is the most powerful piece. That's 100% right. Just like in Egypt, the queen was the seat of the throne, right? So when I tell a man to step up and be a man, I'm not putting down a sister because you can't make it without her if you're trying to build structure in the family, right? It's just that all I'm saying is that a man has a role and a female has a role, right? So if I'm working hard every day, I'm doing things I need to do as a man, right? I'm uplifting my family. I'm helping my daughter write books. I'm doing everything I can to build a good family structure. I'm putting my money in investments, gold and silver put away for the baby. I'm doing all these things. My wife sees me struggling to get it, and I'm working hard every day. Then yeah, when I come home, I expect her to treat me like, you know, hey, the food's done, the house is clean, and that's exactly what I get. So I spoil my wife, I'll be honest. I give her whatever she wants because she deserves it. She plays her role. Now, does that mean that Brother Yosef is perfect? Or she perfect? Absolutely not. We don't have, I'll be honest with y'all. I'm being 100% honest. We don't have arguments like that, me and my wife. We have disagreements. We have literally grown in our marriage from having knockout, drag out arguments in our early 20s, right, when we was babies, to having arguments, to having disagreements. That's what it come down to. She disagreed with me, I disagree with her. And that's just where it go. We don't do that yelling and screaming stuff no more. That's done. You know, we've evolved in that. And we are 100% in the correct direction today with everything. How we raise our daughter, the type of businesses we want to get into. Everything is one direction. It's one direction, fam. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. The female pharaohs was hidden. Yeah, they was a secret part of the throne. You couldn't become a pharaoh unless you came from between the legs of a pharaohess. Your daddy didn't give you that power. Your mama did. That's just a fact. Thank you. I'm trying to get the wife to come on here so we can do some videos together. She's very shy. Y'all can hear from her. You know, Brother Yosef won't go back on nothing he said. Y'all can hear it from her. You know, what type of husband I am, what she saw me overcome, right? Depression, struggle with, you know, everything. She seen me overcome it. You know what I mean? That's right. Teamwork to make the dream work. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it is, family. So I wanted to get on here and just talk about that. But I wanted, if y'all got some questions, y'all could, what do you think of the shedding form from the jabbed? I'm not sure what you mean by that, family. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Muslims don't play about their lady. That's a fact. And they have some of the highest marriage rates in the world. And they believe in polygamous relationships. So what are we doing? We doing something wrong, right? Would you raise your son differently than your daughter if you had one? Yes, absolutely. Because I have to raise my son in my image. I can't raise my daughter in my image. She's a female. You see what I'm saying? So my daughter would have to be raised in my wife's image, but I want to instill what I have into her heart, into her mind. But she's going to have to be raised in my wife's image. My son has to be raised in my image. Not to say he's going to become me, but he'll have to be raised in that image. So I would raise him differently. I will be strict the same way as the father, but I'll be honest, I'll be a little bit more harder on my son. Because my son, you going to take over the family business, bro. So I'm going to be on your ass. You gotta understand this. You gotta know that. You gotta know that. So I'm kind of on my daughter like that because I don't have a son, right? I have a daughter, so I'm on her like that, right? And you know the saying. Y'all know the saying. You raise a man, you raise a individual, but you raise a woman, you raise a nation. That's the saying, right? You raise a woman, you raise a nation, because she's gonna give all that knowledge to her babies, to her children, right? So yeah. Can you speak on can I speak on the no gender nonsense in the LBGT wave? Like I did a whole video on the LBGT thing. What video was that? I talked about my feelings on it, and I don't understand the no gender or the no gender nonsense. Yeah, I want to keep this focus on marriage. Somebody asked me something like that earlier. We're going to talk about marriage right now, a family. And if an LBGT person wants to take from this and build a family structure, you know, that's up to them. That's no problem. I have nothing against the LBGT community. You know, that's actually that's actually a thought that every parent should have about their children. What if one of your children end up gay? Something to think about. Are you going to love that child the same? Are you going to judge that child? Something I think a lot of parents don't think about. You know, but hey, you got to be ready for that. Y'all see what's going on out here. So you got to be ready for that. Salute to the freedom movement. Okay. Brother Yosef, will I see scary shit if I open my third eye? Yeah, absolutely. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna tell you you're gonna see angels and little babies. No, you're gonna see some stuff that's gonna freak you out a little bit. Right? When I feel like it, y'all, I'm gonna do something real funny on here. I'm gonna tell y'all one of my when I took too many edibles one day. I got 2 stories like that actually. So y'all know that's gonna have I'll do a whole video. That's gonna have y'all rolling. It's gonna have y'all rolling. And one of them just happened. I was out of my mind, y'all. I lost my mind. You understand? I'm be honest. I'm not gonna say when it happened. I'm just telling my homies about this. You know, and I'm not paying attention because we keep the gummies CBD, right? And then some of them ain't CBD. And you know, I tried just to, you know, and listen, I lived 30 lifetimes. The last time I took some edibles and I tripped out, Brother Yosef, I lived 30 lifetimes and I remember the whole thing. Somebody said, just go ahead and schedule that video. Yeah, y'all gonna be rolling. I know. So I lived 30 lifetimes and I remember having children and dying in all 30 lifetimes, family. Real talk. You know, I kept waking up my wife like, hey, are you real? Am I real? I didn't even know I was brother. I didn't know who I was. I was out of my damn mind. And this is on CBD, THC, like mixed together. And I took too many. So this ain't mushrooms. This is just some CBD. I lost my mind, y'all. I was gone. I was gone, family. And I don't smoke marijuana like that. I don't even smoke. I don't smoke marijuana at all. I smoke CBD. CBD can give you calming effects, healing effects. So I smoke CBD, but I never smoked marijuana like that. But I have taken the edibles before and lost my damn mind. Somebody should have told me you ain't supposed to take 4 or 5. The first time I did it, I took like 4 of them, didn't know. And about 2 hours later, Brother Yosef was geeking. I tell y'all that. I was geeking. I lost my mind. You know what I mean? My wife would just be shaking her head like, yo, you crazy. You crazy. So yeah, family, I'll do that video one day and give y'all step-by-step what happened. I got two stories like that. I'm never taking edibles again. I'm done. After this time, I shot them joints away. Never again. So I'm already spiritual. I can already leave my body, but this was on I was in other dimensions. You understand? I was in other dimensions. Gone. I lived 30 lifetimes. I'm not joking with y'all. I lived 30 lifetimes in a matter of 2 hours. 30 lifetimes. And I lived and died. I had children. I was a cartoon in one of my lifetimes. I was a cartoon. Goddamn cartoon. You know what I'm saying? And I remember having a wife and a family and everything. It lost my mind, y'all. So, yeah, that won't be happening no more. No more. You know, my wife is adventurous. I'm not. I'm very settled, and the wife is adventurous. So I blame it on her. But yeah, if you open your third eye, you will see ghosts. But if you want to see ghosts, just take too many edibles. Let's see here. Somebody said, am I still accepting members? Yeah. Whoever wants to join, we don't force people. cpministries.org. Yep, we got some dope things coming up this year, family. So yes. Y'all still laughing about that trip I had, huh? Somebody said, yeah, Brother Yosef, that ain't for you. Nah. No, sir. All I need is a Haritaki pill. I could be going off that. But I can control myself. Last thing I need is something else. So somebody said, what is toxic masculinity? That's a good question. That could be so many different things, including a very controlling male, right? Or jealous male who's trying to control everything with his manhood because he's jealous. Like, it's like that toxic masculinity could be a lot of things, family. It could be lying about your masculinity, right? And becoming toxic. Yeah, you need to tell a woman to do such and such, and you ain't did it yourself. Can too much THC stop your dreams? It didn't stop my dreams, bro. I was on the super astral plane. You understand? Living lifetimes, living my best life on multi-universes. So no, in my opinion, if you abuse it, family, THC shouldn't be. You need to learn how to calm yourself down and be cool without using THC. Okay, so it's not, that's a fact. Jessica, thank you. Are you a Christian, by the way? Shout out to you. See, it's all love over here. You know what I mean? She said, thanks for letting me hang out. Much love from California. Absolutely, family. No doubt, no doubt. So yeah, family. Thank you. I'm glad you learned a lot, family. I'm glad you learned a lot. So I don't be having a lot of time all the time, but I've been thinking about this since last week. Like I really want to come on here and do a video about marriage, love, and relationships. And I want to give you guys my perspective on it and break it down. So like I said, family, we talked about what marriage is. You guys understand that now, right? When a woman want to marry you or a man want to marry you, it's based on a contract. And you don't need the state, right? You do not need the state to be married. You can get your own contract, whether it be an irrevocable trust, which you should use for property more than anything. But it depends on what type of marriage you have. It could be revocable, irrevocable. It's up to you, or it could be whatever type of thing you have, right? You should base it on that. Or if you belong to a private society, indigenous group or whatever, you can get married through them also. Okay, get your licenses through them. All right, so that's what marriage is, fam. Just a contract, and you have a public and a private side of that. All right, and we talked about marriage is not love. So y'all, I want people to get that out of your head. You don't show a person how much you love them by marrying them. You don't do that. Marriage is about business. You love a person already. Okay, you love a person already. You can confess your love during marriage, right? Nothing wrong with that. But it's not about how much you love that person because you married them. It's about, yo, I'm ready to take it to a business level with you. That's really what you're saying. That's what's supposed to be happening. Of course, our parents and our grandparents, they didn't understand that. But we understand it now, right? Because other cultures, they get married based on that. Business. Business, family. Okay? And you can love without marriage. We talk about the role of the man and the woman. And we talked about polygamy and good old Kevin Samuels. Okay? Good old Kevin Samuels. We talked about all that, family. All right? Appreciate that, brother. Maurice Moore, appreciate that, brother. Somebody said, how do you unblock the heart chakra? That's a good question. You can usually tell when a person's heart chakra blocked. A lot of anger pops up. You're mad at the world, right? You can't, it's hard for you to trust. I'm just gonna go ahead and say, a person that has trust issues, you have a blocked heart chakra. If your trust issues is dealing with most likely relationships, then your heart chakra is blocked. You can never fully love somebody unless you learn how to trust again. You have to. And I understand people break trust all the time, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But come on, if you're gonna really be in love with somebody, you gotta let that stuff in the past go. And love yourself first. So I tell people I'm not big on forgiveness, but I am big on forgiving myself. Because we make mistakes sometimes. We let the wrong people in our circle, we do the wrong things. You forgive yourself for that. To forgive means to give it back. So you want to give the same person back to the same energy. You forgive yourself. Right? You give yourself the power and the love back. That's what you do, family. So if you want to unblock your heart chakra, learn to trust again. All right? And there's a lot of ways you can open that heart chakra. Somebody said Delta 8 is weaker than THC. Yo, that's the joint I had, the Delta 8 joints. Because I wasn't doing the whole, but yeah. Is there any way to look at your hands while dreaming? Yes, you have to remember, family. If you don't remember to look at your hands, you won't do it. Right? You won't do it, family. So remember to look at your hands, family. That's a fact. So listen. Y'all better ask me some questions. Somebody said, what is life paths? Life paths are based on numerology. That's where that comes from. Let's see here. I'm answering mostly short questions right now, family. Thanks for all that you do in the community. Absolutely, thank y'all, family. Thank y'all. I'm about to reach 30,000 subscribers, so thank everybody that came on. Thank everybody that's subscribing. I appreciate you guys. Look, this was never the idea of the plan to reach 30,000 subscribers. But I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. All right. Have I ever worked with Obatala? No. Well, I've done small altars for Obatala, but I never had an encounter with Obatala. You know, I say that a lot, family. And then I can remember something I had as right now as I'm thinking, I never had an encounter with Obatala. But one of the most powerful gods in existence. Never forget that. Obatala. One of the most powerful gods in existence. Period, point blank. Let's see here. All right, fam. Man, they coming in. I'm trying to, every time I try to read one, let me see. What are karmic relationships? So you have a soulmate that's not good for you. Everybody has a true soulmate. The ones that are not your true soulmates were people that will come into your life and cause you the most pain, the most suffering. They're in your life, family, so you can learn from that pain and suffering that these people cause you. It's not so you can stay with them. If somebody in your life is causing you pain and suffering, even in my early parts of my marriage or my early parts of my relationship with my wife, I never caused her pain and suffering. Of course, we argued. We was young. You know what I'm saying? We argued about dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? We was kids. But I never remember causing her pain and suffering. You know what I'm saying? So if you're with somebody that's causing you pain and suffering, even from a young age, that ain't the person you need to be with. That's a bad karmic relationship. And it's best for you to just separate from that person. See, this happens a lot with females. They don't want to separate because they feel like they're going to be alone. You're never going to be alone. You're opening the door so you can get somebody better for yourself. Okay? You're opening the door for somebody better, but you have to let that person go first. You have to step out on faith. Okay? Step out on faith, family. All right? Minister Kazi, thank you. I see you answering questions, brother. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, brother. Yeah, if you're a life path 11, you're going to be a master teacher. That's your goal. What the goal should be. All right. So yeah, family, this is going to be a very crazy year, but I like to focus on the good things about it. Right. The worst thing I told y'all is that y'all need to get your mind together. I told y'all that in December before the year started. I talked about we're going to the fourth dimension. I've been talking about a lot of things. So a lot of things you guys are going to see that I've been telling y'all for years is going to get played out this year. Been saying for years. It's going to get played out this year. But the most important thing I want to focus on being positive. I do believe crypto is going to make a big return this year, even though all the markets are down right now. But I do believe we're going to make a return on everything. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want y'all to sleep on that crypto. You know, keep dealing with it, family. Keep dealing with it. So, if you guys want more, Brother Yosef, you guys can hit me up on my Patreon. I'll put the link below the video when this video is over. For consultations, newlifetools@gmail.com. Sometime it could be a minute before I get to you guys, but if you guys want a consultation, I actually don't have to do consultations. I do them just because I know a lot of people want to talk to me. So I do consultations, family. They're still open. Trust me, I'm always thinking about shutting them down because I talk to too many people sometimes, but I do it because I love to help people. You know what I'm saying? So for a cheap price of $75, I could do a consultation. I shouldn't have said that because people be trying to send me the money. But if you send me money and say you want a consultation, that's not the way to do with Brother Yosef. You hit me up in the email. We decide a time and a day we're going to do it. Then you pay. Okay? That's how it go. All right? So yes, family. Somebody said, can you get rid of a soul contract with a soulmate? Your soulmate was something. The higher forces put y'all together. This is something that was decided before your contract down for this life was even done. Okay. Somebody said, is the demonic self and the higher self the same thing? Yes, absolutely. Your demonic self can be your higher self depending on who you are. It is, because this is a higher spiritual version of it. Demons are they're divine. Even though some people feel like they do evil stuff, but demons are divine. They have the same power as angels. So they are very divine beings. I'm not saying divine does not mean good. Divine means divine, godly like. They have the same godly powers as angels and everyone else. So a demon can be your higher self, depending on who you are. If your soul is demonic, then you have a, that's what it is. But they are divine entities. That's just a fact. So yes, I hope this video helped you guys tonight. I try not to go over an hour, but sometimes I do. I want to get in here and talk to you guys about that. I hope to help you guys, gave you guys a perspective on marriage and relationships and the roles of a man and a woman. And, the child is the beneficiary. All those things are important, family, for you guys to succeed. I told the sisters, don't be dealing with no brothers unless they want something out of life. Period, point blank. If they don't want nothing out of life, it ain't your job to make sure they want something. They supposed to want something, bring something to the table, because that's how, sister, that's how you know your worth. Show a man how much you worth, like show him your worth. Believe in your worth. Meaning, make sure when a man approach you, he bringing something to the table. I'm not talking about money, but this man got a plan. You know what I'm saying? He has a plan that he's trying to bring out in life. Cool, we could work. Y'all can work together. Right? Y'all can work together. If he has a plan. If he don't got a plan, then that's not the one. Brothers, you want to get with a sister, make sure she's supportive. Make sure she listens to you. Right? That's important. And make sure she's down. She's down all the way. You know what I mean? But a woman that's going to support you, right? Support your dreams. That's so important as a man, because that's all he needs sometimes is a woman to tell him, baby, you could do it. Baby, I got your back. I don't care if this costs us there. I got your back. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You know what I mean? So, yes. Somebody asked me, what do I think about Dan Calloway? I think he gives good information. Absolutely. There's a lot of people out there that give good information. But yeah, I think he gives good information. So yeah, family. That's what it is. I love y'all. We're going to do more of these coming up soon. And we'll go in. All right? So, Brother Yosef, love y'all. And I'm going to holler at you guys in the next video. All right? Peace, family.